That's it. And honestly, if you trade this guy, that's not just it for this season. Andrew Berry's a lame duck. You might as well pack your boxes now because you're not going to win many games. Are you really going to say that he's going to have a job going into 2027? Probably not. And then, frankly, like we've done a lot of hemming and hawing and wringing our hands over Todd Monken. I might as well get a list ready for 2027 as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, let's be serious about this, guys.
That'll be a lead indicator of
that's
a
what he
potential.
said. Not it'll be tough. Not it'll set them back. Pack your boxes. And I need you to sit with that for a second, because this is not some random fan account. This is somebody who covers this team, who knows this organization, who understands what is happening inside that building right now. And he is saying out loud what a lot of people have been afraid to say. Trading Myles Garrett does not just cost the Browns a player. It ends an era. It collapses the front office. It signals to every player in that locker room, and to Shedeur Sanders specifically, that this organization is not serious about winning now. It signals that Cleveland is in full teardown mode. Again, and this is where it gets interesting. Because at the exact same moment these Myles Garrett trade rumors are swirling, insiders are coming out and saying something completely different about this franchise's direction. Something that changes the entire picture. Welcome to Browns Breakout. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Because what is happening right now in Cleveland is bigger than one player. Let's get into it.
And he can, acquit himself, because I think that we all know, and I think the Browns know internally, that, their best shot to kind of get out from under this Watson contract and to really get into relevancy and contention is having a guy like Shedeur Sanders, establish himself as a starting quarterback on a rookie contract so they can build out the rest of the roster.
Just said. An insider, someone with access to the Browns organization, is telling you that the people inside that building know exactly what the path forward looks like. They know it. They are not confused about it. They are not debating it. The path is Shedeur Sanders, on a rookie contract, building the roster around him while the money is cheap, getting out from under Watson's shadow, getting back to relevancy. That is the plan. That is what the Browns believe internally. So now explain to me, how does trading Myles Garrett fit into that plan? How does gutting your defense, demoralizing your locker room, and stripping this team of its only legitimate star help Shedeur Sanders establish himself as a starting quarterback? It doesn't. It doesn't fit. Not even a little. And that tension between what the insiders say the Browns believe about Shedeur and what the Myles Garrett rumors are suggesting about the direction of this organization, that tension is the entire story right now. Because you cannot have it both ways. You cannot say Shedeur Sanders is our path to contention and also trade the best defensive player in franchise history for draft picks you won't use for 3 years. Those two things cannot coexist in the same building. One of them is the truth, and the other one is noise.
All pointed out, yeah, you can get better, but think about what you do to your fan base. Think about what you do to the people that you've hired to put in position to make this team better. And I understand that Andrew Berry's had 5 previous years before this year, 6 previous years before this to make this team better. And I know that he's faltered in so many ways, including the Deshaun Watson trade, which that you and I know that he gave the idea first.
This is the part that does not get talked about enough. Is not just about football. Is not just about draft capital. Is not just about roster construction and salary cap and 3 first-round picks. It is about what you do to the people who have stayed. The fans who showed up last year when this team was losing with 3 different quarterbacks. The fans who watched the Watson disaster unfold in real time and still did not walk away. The fans who bought in when Shedeur Sanders showed up, who finally had something to believe in again. You trade Myles Garrett? You tell those people that none of it matters. That the rebuild they've been patient through is actually just the beginning of another rebuild. That the light at the end of the tunnel is a train. And he made another point in there that I want you to really hear. He brought up Brandon Weeden and Trent Richardson, 2 first-round picks, in the same draft. And what did the Browns get out of that? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. So when people say take the 3 first-round picks for Garrett, as if picks automatically equal a better future, the Browns' own history says otherwise. Picks are not players. Picks are possibilities. And this franchise has turned more possibilities into disappointments than almost any organization in NFL history. What they have in Myles Garrett is not a possibility. It is a certainty. A first-ballot Hall of Famer. A generational defensive player. The greatest player this franchise has had on defense, maybe ever. And some people want to trade that for more possibilities. This is not normal. This should not even be a conversation. Let me put the full picture together, because I think once you see all of it at once, the stakes become very clear. The Browns are 10 days away from the draft. They have the 6th pick. They have Shedeur Sanders entering his 2nd year. They have Quinshon Judkins healthy and back in the building. They have a defense anchored by Myles Garrett that, when healthy and supported, is legitimately elite. That is a foundation. That is something real. That is more than this franchise has had at any point in the last 20 years. And right now, there are people suggesting the Browns should blow part of that up. Take the picks. Trade the icon. Bet on a future that is 3 years away. Hope the draft goes right. Hope the new stadium in 2029 has a winning team walking into it. Hope. That is the word. Because that is all picks are. Hope. And the Browns have had hope before. They have had draft capital before. They have had high picks and new regimes and fresh starts more times than any fan base should ever have to endure. What they have not had in a very long time is a franchise quarterback, a genuine running threat, and a top defensive player all on the roster at the same time. They have that right now. Right now. An insider confirmed it. The Browns know their best shot, their actual best shot, is Shedeur Sanders on a rookie contract. Building the offense, getting consistent, getting the peaks and valleys to even out. Becoming the quarterback this franchise has been searching for since, honestly, maybe forever. That is the mission. That is the only mission that matters right now. And everything that puts that mission at risk, trading Garrett, adding unnecessary competition at quarterback, making moves that signal anything other than full commitment to Shedeur Sanders and this window, all of it needs to be off the table. Because here is the final thing I want you to think about. The analyst said it, and he was right. You want to be good by the time you get into the new stadium in 2029. You cannot just flip a switch. You cannot just ramp it up and ask fans to trust you after years of disappointment. You have to build now. You have to show progress now. You have to give this fan base a reason to believe now. Shedeur Sanders is that reason. Myles Garrett is that reason. Quinshon Judkins healthy is that reason. Do not blow it up. Do not push Christmas to January again. Do not make picks out of players. Are at a crossroads. Not metaphorically. Literally. The decisions made in the next 30 to 60 days, in the draft room, about Myles Garrett, about the commitment level to Shedeur Sanders, will define the next 5 years of this franchise. And the people closest to this situation are already sounding the alarm. They are saying it plainly. If Garrett goes, Andrew Berry packs his boxes. If the Browns keep choosing futures over the present, they will walk into a brand new stadium in 2029 with the same old losing feeling. So here is my question for the comments, and I want your real answer. If the Browns trade Myles Garrett this offseason, do you still believe Shedeur Sanders can lead this team to the playoffs within 3 years? Drop it below. Let's talk about it.